If I want to move an appointment to a later time, do I need to push it back or bump it up? These are very common phrasal verbs related to scheduling. In this video, I'm going to teach you some incredibly useful native expressions that you can use to talk about scheduling. In the context of scheduling, push back means to delay something. So it's kind of like, wait. To bump up means to move it to an earlier time. Why up? Imagine a calendar. When you make something earlier, you literally move it up on the page. So bump up, make it earlier, push back, make it later. If you're new here, my name is Anming Alexander. I created English Evolution to make English easy for non-native speakers. Welcome. I'm the kind of person who likes to get things done. Get things done is a common collocation to mean be really productive, accomplish many tasks. I need to get things done this week because I'm going out of town this weekend. I respect people who like to get things done. A lot of times, if you want to get things done, you have to plan ahead. To plan ahead just means to arrange things, think about how you're going to arrange things for the future. Are you the type of person who likes to plan ahead, or do you like to be spontaneous? We need to plan ahead to avoid any last-minute issues. We're using last minute as an adjective. This is very common. Last-minute issues, last-minute problems, last-minute plans, last-minute nonsense. I don't like last-minute plans. When you're on a tight schedule, last-minute problems can make you miss important deadlines. To be on a tight schedule. This is another common collocation. You have very little time to get things done. Your schedule is packed. I have appointments from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. I'm on a tight schedule. My schedule is packed. At the airport, my first flight lands at 5 o'clock and then my next flight takes off at 6 o'clock. So I'm on a tight schedule. I don't have any time to wander around the airport and shop. If you work and you have a family, you probably have to juggle a lot of different responsibilities. This is a metaphor. Jugglers juggle balls. You are not actually juggling balls, but you have to answer emails and respond to clients and create some materials, solve some last-minute problems. You're juggling a lot of tasks at work. Wow, how are you able to juggle so many different responsibilities? When we have to juggle a lot of different responsibilities, some people like to multitask. To multitask is to do a bunch of stuff at the same time. I like to multitask listening to philosophy videos while I'm cooking. Some people say multitasking is an inefficient way to get things done because your brain has to keep switching from one task to the other. What do you think? Is multitasking efficient, or should we slow down and do one thing at a time? When we do one thing at a time, we can give each task our undivided attention. If you feel stressed out or overwhelmed, slow down, take a deep breath, and do one thing at a time. If you always have a packed schedule, you probably don't have very much downtime. Downtime is when you don't have to work and you can just relax and do what you like. When I get downtime, I like to listen to podcasts and go shopping. This is a good question to ask someone when you first meet them. What do you like to do during your downtime? We can also use downtime in a work context, so when you're working during the day, but you have a few minutes of free time between tasks. So if I have 2 lessons scheduled and I have a 10-minute break between those lessons, that is also downtime. I can disconnect briefly. I can go grab a coffee, go to the bathroom, check my phone. Sometimes I have back-to-back appointments. That means no downtime, no breaks. Of course, I try not to schedule myself like this because this is the kind of thing that makes people go insane. But sometimes it happens. We can use back-to-back as an adjective about classes, lessons, appointments, meetings. You can also use back-to-back when you have some small break between things. So if I have 2 classes and there's 5 minutes in between, I could still call those classes back-to-back because 5 minutes is not really enough downtime to get anything else done. Pause. If you like this video, take 1 second to like and subscribe to help me make more free content for you. You might have to schedule back-to-back appointments if your schedule is fully booked. You are booked if all of the spots in your calendar are taken. There is no more time. This is especially common if you work with people individually somehow. So like doctors or teachers or hairstylists, right? So if you call your doctor, maybe they say, I am fully booked for the next 3 weeks. You can ask them, when can you get me in? When can you get me in is when can you schedule me? Maybe he answers, I can get you in a month out. Listen, it will be a month out before I can get you in. This is a normal pattern, okay? You will hear people say this. It will be a month out before I can get you in. A month out means a month in the future. A week out, a few days out, a few months out. So fully booked, completely booked, and booked solid all mean no time for you. As a business owner, it might sound great to be fully booked, but actually it could be stressful or overwhelming. I do not like to be fully booked because it means I have no downtime. If you're always booked solid, it can feel like you are buried in work. We use this adjective buried, pronunciation, buried, like buried in the ground, to mean you feel totally overwhelmed about all of the work that you have to do. So if you feel stressed out, overwhelmed, whatever, too much work, I am buried or I'm buried in work. If you feel buried in work for a while, you might burn out. Maybe you already know this one. To burn out means sort of mentally collapse, like you just can't do it anymore. You have no motivation to work and you can't even care about what's going to happen. If someone is working too hard, you might give them advice. Be careful, don't burn out. I burned out after working back-to-back appointments for a year. Burnout is also used as a noun. Burnout is a serious condition that could take years to recover from. I had a serious case of burnout, like a diagnosis, a serious case of burnout after juggling too many responsibilities for too many years. Before you burn out, you probably want to find some ways to free up time. Create time for yourself. Create free time. Free up time. Can you free up some time to meet with me on Friday? I canceled 3 meetings this week to free up some time for myself. Don't forget to carve out time to exercise and take care of your body. Carve out time means the same thing, to make space in your schedule for something. I carve out about 4 hours a week to go to the gym. He carves out time every evening to practice meditation. This is no different than setting aside time for something. When you run a business, you have to set aside time for administrative tasks. Do you have to set aside time every day to respond to emails? So all of these mean make time. There's not some huge difference between free up time and carve out time and set aside time and just make time. There's little differences. So free up time means it's free. It sounds like you were busy and now you're not. So maybe you canceled something. To carve out time sounds like it was kind of hard to do. Like you really had to move stuff and wow, I got 10 minutes. Set aside time sounds like you did that in advance. This is something that is on your calendar. I set aside time 4 times a week to go to the gym. It's on my schedule. And make time is very general. It means all of those things. It might be hard to fit new things into your schedule. To fit something in is similar, but it sounds like something that you're adding after the fact. Like you already created the schedule and now you have this extra thing that you need to fit into your packed schedule somehow. Let's try to fit in a quick meeting. I'm trying to fit in language study. Is studying English something that you can fit into your schedule on a daily basis? We can also fit someone in if we work with people. I have appointments with students. So even if my schedule is fully booked, if someone cancels, I can fit someone else in. Fit someone in is best used about work and business because if you use it about friends and family, it sounds bad. It sounds like you don't have enough time for them or they're not a priority in your life. So let's assume that you have friends and you have a family and you have a demanding job and you also set aside time to play sports and you also have a sick mom that you take care of. You are juggling a lot of responsibilities. You can also say you have a lot on your plate. You have a full plate, or your plate is full. This is a metaphor that you can use when the idea is that you cannot take on any new responsibilities. My plate is full. So it means this is a nice way to tell someone no when they ask you to do something that you really don't have time for. Oh my God, I would love to, but my plate is full. Ooh, I wish I could, but I have a full plate. If you're on a very tight schedule, you might run out of time to get things done. We run out of many things, any physical products that we have a supply of. We run out of time, we run out of money, we run out of patience or emotional capacity. Anything that you have a literal or a metaphorical supply of, you can run out of. We ran out of coffee. Can you pick some up on your way home? I ran out of patience with him because he asked too many stupid questions. If you run out of time during the week to get your work done, do you try to catch up on work over the weekend? To catch up on something means you were supposed to do it before and you didn't do it and now you're doing it. You can catch up on almost anything, like it's not just about work. You can catch up on laundry, catch up on sleep, catch up on emails, catch up on a series that you're watching. It just means do all of the old stuff to bring yourself up to date. Anything that you can get behind on or get behind in, you can catch up on. When do you catch up on sleep? When do you catch up on work? When you catch up, you are now caught up. I feel so much better when I'm caught up on everything. I don't want to try to fit any more native expressions into this video because you already have a lot on your plate. I hope that you can set aside some time later to review this video, but don't forget to make time for yourself and enjoy some downtime. If you like lessons like this, check out English Evolution Academy, which is a monthly membership with access to all of the courses that I've created online. That link is in the description. Thank you so much for watching until the end, and I will see you next time. Bye!